Hello, my name is Maria Cullen, and this is my lesson and technology integration plan. And the content of this plan will be gravity. Okie dokie. So the Common Core standard that we will be addressing is the following. Support an argument that the gravitational force exerted by Earth on objects is directed down. So the materials needed for this lesson plan, in terms of the students, they will need a marker, pencil, a textbook, dictionary, dice, quarter, big ball, small ball, shoe, Ziploc box, computer, and a supplemental worksheet. The teacher will need the supplemental slides presentation, which I will show a little bit later, defining gravity crash course video ready, list of student groups, a tennis ball, and the supplemental worksheet to aid the students in following along. Okie dokie. So let's go ahead and talk about the GRR, or the Gradual Release of Responsibility Framework. So I, the instructor, will begin by dropping a textbook and then presenting the crash course video introducing gravity. Then we will toss the tennis ball around the classroom, which is part of the crash course video, proving that gravity affects all objects no matter the direction of release. So the students in groups will conduct an experiment testing the rates of gravity on different objects. They will all ultimately end up having the same results since gravity has the same pull on every object on Earth. And then the students, for you, will take a step further and research the weight of different objects, including themselves, on different planets due to different gravity rates and pulls. So in terms of differentiation, for the experiment, the students will be able to choose their items to test, allowing student interest to motivate their curiosity. I did give them a list of objects, which is included in the materials, and that will be presented in the back of the classroom. However, if they had a personal item that they wanted to test out along with a classroom item, they could do that, and I'll show you that a little bit later. And then in terms of researching weights on different planets, which is the end or extra activity at the end of the worksheet or lesson, the students will have a chance to select themselves, or if they would like to, a classmate and 3 animals of their interest, and see what the different weights would be on different planets. And then in terms of collaboration, the groups will be predetermined because I actually did this lesson in my placement, and I paired up higher level students or higher readiness students with lower readiness students, and it really helped out the process. And then collaboration, there will be time to talk with peers about results, and we, again, as a classroom, will discuss too and have a big open floor for the children to share their conclusions. So for the formative assessment the students will be taking, they will go ahead and use Ziplet. I covered Ziplet in my first tech demo, and I love Ziplet. So they will answer the prompts of where on our Earth is down, what kind of force is gravity, a push or a pull, and then gravity makes everything fall at the same rate or unique rates. So concerning student technology and TBAC, the student technology, first they will use Google Slides, they will view it, and that affords classroom guidance. So the technology in that would be Google Slides. Pedagogy is teacher-led instruction, and the content would be gravity. For YouTube, they will view the YouTube video, and it affords students to view external sources outside the classroom. So technology is YouTube. Pedagogy is instructor-led or outside resources-led. Content knowledge is, again, gravity. Ziplet affords formative assessment of comprehension. Technology Ziplet. Pedagogy, individual class response, and then content knowledge would be gravity. And then they will also, as an extra activity, be using exploratory and weight conversion, and the technology would be the website. The pedagogy is student-led scavenger hunt in a way, and then content knowledge, again, gravity. So talking about teacher technology and TPAG, the Google slide, he he or she will use Google Slides, and that affords easy classroom guidance. Using a YouTube video too affords students to view external sources again outside the classroom, so technology, YouTube, pedagogy, external resources, and then content, knowledge, gravity. And then the teacher or myself will be using Ziplet, and that affords data on student comprehension of the lesson and how to proceed the following day or lesson time. So technology, Ziplet, pedagogy, private individual responses, and then content, knowledge again is gravity. So reflection ideas was a successful or a teacher would be able to see if the lesson was successful by referring to the exit slips and overall observing the students whenever they release their items to test out the gravitational pull on each item. And then using these exit slips and your overall observation, you can continue to scaffold gravity into future lessons. Let's say you're in mathematics, you can make it fun while writing, a problem on the board, throwing your marker and being like, why did that happen? They'll be like, gravity. So you can introduce gravity very easily into other subjects. So I wanted to go ahead and show you. I did do this lesson in my placement, and I wanted to show my Google Slides presentation, which another teacher could use. So differentiation as well. I targeted my English language learners, and I also want my class to incorporate Spanish into their vocabularies. And here is just the overview. Here is the instruction for the groups. So meet with your partners, which I gave them, grab the box of materials that best suited their interests. And then they complete parts B and C, which I will show later in my worksheet. Alrighty, this was the Exploratorium website, and then we talked about results. And here was the overall lesson or message of the lesson. No matter what the mass, the Earth ensures everything falls at the same speed due to gravity. So the note card or the Ziplet, they could do one thing you learned or one thing you're confused about. And then you can also ask the supplemental questions that I put on my final lesson plan PowerPoint. This is the defining gravity. Well, that was my defining gravity crash course kids supplemental YouTube video, and that is linked in the PowerPoint as well. And then this was the worksheet that I created. So while watching the video, they finished the phrase, what goes up must come down. And then before the experiment, they were to answer or pick their items, which I put these in here just to give an example. So before the experiment, they would choose which would fall first, and then the results of their experiment, they would see that everything fell at the same rate. And then continuing on, the students that finish up a little bit faster, this is just an extra part of the worksheet. So they will pick certain animal objects, elephant, whale, goldfish, cow, and then they can pick 3 more objects or animals to see their different weights on Earth, the Moon, Mars, Jupiter, and Pluto. And they can also choose their classmates as well. Here is a quick peek into the Exploratorium website, which if they had extra time for my higher readiness students, they can go ahead and explore and see the weights on several other different bodies of mass in the solar system. So entering their weight, let's go ahead and just do 100 pounds, calculate. And then they would see the ones that I chosen were the moon, so they would see I would be 16.6 pounds on the moon, and etc. So that was my lesson plan, and I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, have a great summer, everybody. Thank you. Bye-bye.